kids. Fuck the kids? Yeah.
When I say, who's the master? You say, so
Yo, what is up, guys? Showing up the King here, back with another action figure review, and I'm killing it this week. I'm so proud of myself. I've been banging out new action figure reviews every day this week, and today I'm bringing you two. Today I already uploaded my review for the Multiverse of Madness Wong, and now I am uploading my video for the 90s Spider-Man Shocker. I believe this is probably one of the last pieces of the Sinister Six that I need. Only thing that's missing is Rhino. But without further ado, let's get into this review. And just because, you know, for my 90s heads, let's do it for one time.
You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth!
I'm sorry. I had to do it. Only my 90s kids, my 90s adults and collectors will understand that one. It's straight fire. All right, so here we have card back Shocker. You can see here he comes with the closed fist and relaxed hands, which I really do love that Marvel Legends did that. And he both comes with the same effect as you got with like Havoc or Magneto, the same effect pieces for the hands. I honestly would have preferred to get like maybe like some pulsating blasts that are going forward. That probably would have worked a little bit better for Shocker, but you know, I'll take it. Here on the back we have the other figures in this wave. We have Spider-Man MK1. I do plan on getting that one. Actually, I probably will end up getting the whole wave. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, the Ben Reilly Spider-Man, I do need it, but for some reason this just looks a little weird. But again, we'll wait till we get it in hand. So that's the back, that's the front. Let's get this thing open and start with this review. All right, let's talk about this Shocker out of the packaging. And first things first, I like it. I definitely think there are some gripes, and we'll talk about that. But overall, I think this is a very solid figure, and I think that it will look perfect in my Spider-Man display on my shelf. Again, articulation looks good. The Shocker gauntlets look amazing. One thing I want to check out first is, can he hit those, that like classic like Shocker? Yeah. I wish his arms can kind of go closer together, but I'll take that. Could probably, yeah, just straighten out his arms a little bit. And it would have helped if at the wrist, because again, we have bicep swivel, but it probably would have helped if his biceps can stay up like this. But then he also had like wrist. Oh, actually, you know what? He does. Look at that. Look at that. We can get him closer. Yeah, I like it. I stand corrected. Now, the only other thing that I will say offhand is the differences from, and again, full disclosure, I was a 90s Spider-Man TV show guy. I read some of the Spider-Man comics back in the day, so I'm not sure if this was referenced off of the comic book version or the TV show version, but I do know that in the TV show version, he did not look like this. His outer layers was like a bright like bumblebee yellow, and the lines here had like, they were all black, so it was yellow in the chest, legs, and the mask was yellow. And then everywhere where you see these like these lines, those were like black. And then his actual lining on his gauntlets was red. So it's black boots, the belt and the gauntlets were silver. This was black, this was yellow, the lines were black, and then the lines on his arm here were red. Whereas this one, again, as you can see, is like a brown leather, and more of a, I want to say like almost like a cinnamon, like Timberland kind of color, but definitely not the high yellow that we had in the show. But again, like from the store, I got this actually from Target. So I'm actually going to probably go back and get another one, because what I want to do is, this is one that I probably want to have one in box, one on a shelf, but then I also want to get one that I want to customize and make it so that it looks exactly like the one from the '90s show. And I can just get like a Gundam marker and kind of draw on the panel lines and make that black, and then just find a way to try to get that to be yellow. I mean, I'm not a super great customizer, but it might be a nice little project for me. But I like this. Again, Hasbro's using that pinless technology. He has, it's, so technically it's double jointed. It was actually single jointed, but because what happens is you're supposed to pull that off, and then let's see if we can get it to be double jointed. One second. All right, so full disclosure, this is supposed to be a double jointed elbow. You can see when you look at it, there's a groove here and a groove here, but it looks like this groove here might be artificial, because once you start tugging at the actual arm, it comes out of socket very easily. So now again, that can probably be remedied on my end once I start to heat it up, so that this arm will move a little bit more freely and it won't pop out of the socket so easily, because it does pop in just fine and it gives him that relaxed look, but I just feel like sometimes it is popping out a little bit too easily. So again, to pull this out, you just simply tug at it, and then you can just swap it. Again, we do have double jointed knees. We got ankle pivot, no toe hinge, ab crunch, like that little satisfying click. Like the Wong, like if you guys watch my Multiverse of Madness review, the Wong had like really great range of motion with the head, but this one doesn't. It's very basic, single ball, ball point. Can look down about that far, and can look up about that far. So you get all the bells and whistles. And again, like I said, I think it was a fantastic idea that Hasbro decided to give us the like open, relaxed hands, and then they also decided to give us the closed fist hands. Like, that's a must. And again, we have the beam effects. I'll go ahead and I'll put those on, and I'll start with the comparisons. All right, so we are down to the size comparisons. I got a lot of great figures to show along with them, but I also wanted to just quickly show off how he looks with his little beam effects. It actually looks really good. It really, like, normally the only ones that I usually use this on was like Havoc, and then maybe Magneto once or twice. But I honestly feel like, Shocker, these effects work really well with him. So I'm actually pretty cool with it. All right, so let's go ahead and take these off though, and get a proper size comparison. Stand him up as tall as possible. All right, so I'm going to start off with my smaller figure from the Spider-Verse. We got Miles from, I think this is Mayfex. Yeah, I think this is the Mayfex Miles. Yeah, I think it's Mayfex Miles. And I love how he's like real small in size to Shocker. So that's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and take him out. Then we'll bring in a bigger guy, Kraven the Hunter, who's also sometimes a part of the Sinister Six. All right, so we got him. Let's bring in some of the good guys. We have Felicia. Oh, I love that Felicia. Good Lord. Love me some Black Cat. So we have that. Then let's bring in the Scarlet Spider. Scarlet Spider next to Shocker. Then let's do a 90s Spider-Man. This will be the Mafex 90s Spider-Man next to Shocker. Looking good, looking good. Let's do, let me stand them up properly. This is the movie, I said movie, the video game Spider-Man. I believe this is SHF. We have the Advanced Suit Spider-Man from the video game for PS4. And last but not least, we have the black suited Spider-Man. And this is not the one from the same wave that he's in. This was one that came, I got this from another single carded back like years and years ago. I can't remember which wave they released it in, but it also was on like the same like carded back as he was. But it was just sold separately. So this is not the one that that comes in the same ways as this Shocker. All right, so let's go ahead and get into final thoughts. All right, so final thoughts. Again, other than the paint issues, and again, this might just be a gripe for me, because again, I have not seen what the comic version looks like, but other than that, this was a great release from Hasbro Marvel Legends. I love the effect pieces for this Shocker. Again, I love the fact that they gave him 2 separate hands. The paint looks good. The articulation is solid. Again, I have no complaints about this figure whatsoever. I cannot wait to do some posing and figure out how I'm going to have him battling Spider-Man in my final setup. But again, if I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, I would actually give this one a solid 8 out of 10. I really enjoy it. Again, now we just need to get a deluxe size Rhino, and I will be good on. I'm sorry, we also need Hobgoblin, but Hobgoblin will be in this wave as well. Let me know what you guys think. Comment in the section below. Thumbs up the video. Subscribe to the channel. Everything you guys do is very much appreciated. I'm almost at 2,000, so let's help get me over that hump. This is Sean of the King, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.